Well, hey there, fellow Minecrafters. It's me, your friend, Captain Dan. How's everything going today? I'm really excited to be here. Very special episode happening today. That's right. This is the episode where we make a special villager. And in order to do that, you know what? I've got to go over to the villager breeder and grab one of those guys and figure out a way to get him into this tower here. Yeah, that's the plan. That's what we're going to be doing today. Before we start, like and subscribe, please. I'm begging you. It's the only way that we can be friends for life. It's the only way that you and I can hang out together and just be friends. That's it. That's what has to happen. So go like and subscribe. Do it because it will enforce me to love you. It's just the way that it's going to happen. It's just how it has to happen. All right, so let's go over to that villager breeder. I'll give you a quick tour of how it's going to work, and let's get started. All right, so here is what I came up with for this build. I don't love it, but it's fine. It's fine. And so we have our villagers up in there, pushed to the edge. We've got our minecart system here set up with some powered rails to get around these corners here. And if you remember when you press this button right here, which I'm not going to do right now because I'm not ready to get the villager yet, it pops out a minecart. It goes up this track. It winds up going over here. The powered rails keep it going, and then it makes its way all the way down to here and all the way down over this bit of water here and stops right there. What I'm actually going to do, because I need to get the villager all the way over into the upper floor of this building right here, the enchanting building, because it's going to be his home. The Mending Villager is going to live way up there. So in order to get him up there, send the rail all the way over here and actually build some temporary steps that lead up, basically up there right into that building, right over these trees and probably in through that window, and then just remove it when I'm done. If you're wondering why I put that piece of glass there, it's because the villagers can pass through glass without taking damage. And that glass pane up there, if it wasn't there, it could potentially get out before I'm ready for him to start moving around. So the mission right now is going to basically be to see if this works. All right, so moment of truth. Let's see if this works.
Stroke of a genius.
Uh-huh. All right, we've got our villager, and he is, or it is off to the, hopefully going all the way up. Let's see if we can see it. Did it? I think it went up. Yeah, it did. He's in there. There he is. Look at that. I love it when things actually work a little bit. Yeah. So, we can close him up in there. And, oh, you know, I had a little mossy brick up there that's gone now. Okay. This is big. This is big news. This is exciting. We're very, very close to having a Mending Villager. That was the hard part, and that wasn't that bad. I'm glad I wound up doing it that way. That was definitely easier than trying to force him to come along. Yeah. The next job is, and it has to be day to do it, but I basically bring in a workstation, and I keep breaking the workstation until eventually he has the trade that I want, which of course in this case is going to be mending. But I also am going to give him a name tag. I know that it's not totally necessary to give a villager a name tag to prevent them from despawning in a situation like this. But I would rather be safe than sorry. I've heard stories of people who have tried doing things like that.
They tried and failed?
They tried and died.
Unsuccessfully, and I don't want to take the chance. I mean, we worked hard to get this guy up there. So let me dump off the rest of this stuff. I'm going to go make the right workstation for him. And in this case, what he needs is a lectern. So I'm going to make a lectern and, name tag. I'm going to head over there. I'm not really sure what his name should be, though. What should his name be? Now he's up there. You can hear him up there. Up there in his little... there he is. This is great. So we don't need this sitting here in the middle of these tracks like that. We don't need them. We can make them go away. Now here's the thing about a villager like this. Oh, and it is almost bedtime. So before we get started with this process, maybe I should go over here and take a quick nap so we don't have too many mobs spilling around the area. But while I do that, I'll tell you, in order to get a villager to take the job that you want, it has to be during the daytime. That's one of the rules. They won't take a job at night. So you got to do all your work with them during the day. The other thing that a villager is probably going to need, especially if they're staying in a place like this to be happy, they're going to need a bed. Yeah, you're going to need to put a bed down for them. In a small space like this, though, you've got to be really careful because if you put the bed here, they could jump over it and they could walk on the fence and they could potentially get down out of the way. So we want to put the bed like right over there or something like that so he can't get to it. Also, when it comes to putting down the lectern, we want to put that out of the way too, like right over there or something like that. But you'll notice he hasn't taken a job. That's because one of the new rules in the newer versions of Minecraft is they won't take a job if they're inside of if they're sitting inside of a minecart. They won't do it. They can't do it. Okay, so now we have him already. You can see he's picked up the job. He's already ready to go. He's already ready to do it. So if we right click him, we can see what he's offering. Channeling, not what we want. So what we're looking for is mending. So what you do is you take the workstation away, you put it back. He'll get the job again, and then you can see what he's offering. It's not what we want. So you break it again, and basically you wait for him to lose the job, put it back, He gets the job back again. And basically, look, we got mending. Okay, now how much for mending? He wants 14 emeralds and a book. That's actually not that expensive. This is a decent trade. That's a lot of emeralds, but we can do other things to get him to reduce this price. I doubt I've ever seen this low before, actually. So once you do this, you're going to lock in the trade with him. The only way to get the trade cheaper is going to be there's another way with a zombie that we're going to do that. We're going to talk about that at some point too, and maybe I'll do that sooner rather than later. But for now, this is not that horrible of a trade. I just don't think that we're going to get much better than that. But the other thing that's nice is if we give him paper, he's going to give us emeralds. So we do have a path to get more of this later. This is good enough that I think I'm going to take this trade with him. So I say let's do it. Let's lock in this trade. We'll get mending. Boom. Okay. We now have a mending book. And we can come back and we can harvest up a ton of paper and we can do it. What we can also do is we can get a zombie. He's locked in now. He is forever going to be our Mending Villager. And he'll be in this place for the rest of his existence. And now it is time to name him.
I'm the dude, so that's what you call me.
So we keep him in here. He stays in here forever. That's right, forever. Forever. I think it's highly unlikely that the dude is ever going to get out of this. I don't think that he's ever going to get through it. But you know what? The reality is, he might. Why would you do that, dude? Why would you do that? Why would you try to get up? Because they do. Because it's a thing that they do. And so... let's get rid of these torches. I think the light level in here is going to be just fine without all these torches. But anyway, what if one day I'm in here and he's, the dude wants his rug back and he decides he needs a rug. The dude needs a rug. It will really tie this room together. So anyway, what if he decides that he wants to get out of here? What if someone pees on his rug or something and he's done? Well, he could walk right out of this door. So what I'm going to do is I think I need to extend. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to extend. See, because villagers can't go through that. He can't get through that ever. But I don't want the door looking like this. So what I think I need to do is I think I need to extend these steps forward just a little bit so that the door can sit in front of it like that. And then we can chuck down these right in front like this, just to give us this extra room for this door like that. It doesn't look so bad. And now we can actually put the door. There we go. Now the door is going to open out, which is problematic. It's also, if you look at it really close, like the door, it's like sitting in front. But this is the way that we do it to ensure that the villager could never, ever, 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 ever get out. Because listen, the dude is too important. The dude is too important. We can never have you leave. You can never leave. Do you understand that? You can never leave. I like that picture of him, right? Come on, get there. I'm trying to get your picture. Will you stand still? I want to get your picture. No, now I'm going downstairs. That's not what I wanted. I'm trying to get your picture here. Just be there. Yes, that. Now, what did I want with mending? I'm going to show you. Mending is the best enchantment ever, okay? And the reason that it's the best enchantment ever is because... So, look at some of the... Okay, so let's take... do I want to show you with Brant or with Mod? I'll show you with Mod. All right, Mod. Mod right now has efficiency 4, fortune 3, and unbreaking 3. This is my main axe, or I pickaxe. This is like the guy, or the girl in this case. This is what I want to use. So mending, you can see that when you use this thing, it takes damage, right? Like it gets weaker and weaker until eventually it's gone. Mending removes that. And it's only going to cost me a 2 enchantment. Okay, so what does that mean? I'm about to show you. Now, this does not have a lot of damage. It doesn't have a lot of wear. It's still relatively new, right? So Well, it's nighttime, so we don't want to run around at night. So let's get rid of it. Look at all those screenshots I took, huh? Look at all the screenshots I took. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over to the skeleton farm because that's the best place to get experience. And you know what? Because I want to get this zombie, I'm going to get rid of some of this, but I want to get that zombie up there. That's going to be the next episode, is going to be to have him turned into a zombie villager and then cure him so that we get the cheap trades. Because I want to put mending. Don't you understand? I want to put mending on everything. Literally, everything is going to get mending. Everything gets mending. So we'll go over to the skeleton farm, and I'm going to show you what happens when one of your tools or your armor or whatever has mending on it and you get experience. Because it's pretty cool. All right, so what you do is, this is the iron sword that I've been using. You take the thing with mending. Now, if you're wearing, see, look how bad these guys need mending. So you take this item, or if you're wearing armor, it'll be the same. You don't need to hold it. And you put it in your offhand. See, there it is in my offhand. Now I'm holding it. Now, as I gain XP, let me move all these off just so all you're looking at right here is the is mod that I'm holding in my offhand. As I gain experience, I'll gain the experience, but it will also feed into all of the things that I'm holding with mending on them and heal them. And watch. Do you see that? Do you see? There's no green progress bar anymore. Do you see it? The item now is completely healed. Mod is now at 100%. And it will always be at 100% as long as I have it and as long as I am getting things that give me experience and holding on to it. So if I had mending on all of these and was sitting here gaining experience any way that I want to gain experience, it's going to filter in and heal those items. Pretty awesome, huh? Yeah, I think so too. Look at it. Who wants this gold stuff? I don't want this gold stuff. Get rid of this. I don't need that. I don't need any of that. All right, let's just melt those down into nuggets. So now what I'm going to do, because I need more of these mending books, right? And to do that, I need more emeralds, is I actually need to set up a sugarcane farm, because it will be easier to get a lot of sugarcane from the dude than it will be to right now get a zombie up there and cure him and all of that stuff. So because I need mending a few more times, it's going to be super cheap to trade with him to get paper, because he's going to give me, this guy's going to give me paper. I mean, he's going to give me mending in trade for paper. So let's see how much he needs to do that trade and how much paper I'm going to need, because I think the next episode is going to be all about that and making a sugarcane farm. All right, dude, what was your trade? 24 pieces of paper for an emerald. So what that means is that I technically, to get another mending book, would need 336 pieces of paper to get enough emeralds from him. Now, he's not the only guy who can give me emeralds, though, in this world. You know that? He's not. I happen to know a couple other villagers who will do trades with me, and I'm curious to know what they're going to want to offer me in trade for emeralds. So let's see, guys. What I have to get a little closer than you. See, I want to put an air. You see that? He tried to get out of there. I'm gonna need to do something more. I'm gonna need to put two sets. I'm gonna need to do an airlock in front of this guy. He's always trying to get out this one. All right, show me these trades. What'd you got? Okay, so for 26 potatoes for an emerald. All right, I can handle that. 15 beets. Looks like I ought to plant some beets, and 6 pumpkins for an emerald. And you're gonna give me some pumpkin pie. Great. So it looks like I should plant some beets, and maybe I should make an automatic. You know, which is gonna be cheaper, making the paper or making the beets right now? I think it's gonna be beets and potatoes that we're gonna have to make. All right, guys, get out of there. Don't stop trying to get out. Stop trying to get out. Go. Get. No. I need to think about what my next options are. But I'll tell you what. Oh, not again. Okay, I'm going to have to get rid of you. Now, what I've seen in the past is when you hit one of these guys, that they'll teleport out, but he hasn't? What's wrong with him? What was that about? Usually, as soon as you hit them, they're gone. Look, I got an Eye of Ender. That's cool. An Ender Pearl, rather, and not an Eye of Ender. That's a different topic, friends. All right, so what I think I need to do is I need to set up some kind of farm that's either going to grow a lot of sugarcane, which is what I'm leaning toward because I love building a sugarcane farm. They're really fun, and I'm going to build it. It's going to be noisy, and I'm going to build it right behind the house so I can sit in here and idle and get a lot of paper. I feel like that's going to be my best bet, to go and just trade paper with the dude rather than try and harvest and plant other things, because making a farm that sort of auto harvests stuff, that's fine, but you can't make those things grow very fast, whereas the sugarcane, that does grow really fast. So I think that there's going to be a sugarcane farm in the next episode. They're really easy to build. They're fun to build. It requires going into the nether to get supplies, which I've already got because we need observers and stuff like that. So I think next episode is going to be building one of them so that we can get more mending and fix up all our gear and all of that good stuff. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. This was a fun one to do, and it actually went way better than it's ever gone in the past. This is like crazy good. Crazy good. So by all means, smash the like button, and it's important, and subscribe and ring the bell and all that good stuff, because I love you. And the only way that you can love me back is by subscribing. Literally, if you're watching this and you want to help me, you will subscribe. So thank you very much for doing that. And that's it. Captain Dan signing off. See you again next time. There you go, dude. Now you've got your rug.